Are you thinking of establishing a steering committee for your project? But do you wonder whether it's actually necessary to have one, given the time commitment for everyone? In this video, I'll explain why you should absolutely have a steering committee. And to make my point, I'll share a personal story about a project where we decided not to have a steering committee because we thought it wasn't necessary. How that project turned out? Well, stay tuned. I'll tell you later. Before we go further, let's recap. What is a steering committee and what is its purpose? A steering committee is typically made up of senior level leaders who oversee a project. They make sure the project aligns with the organization's objectives and stays on track. Key responsibilities include making important decisions, assisting in the resolution of major issues, and offering strategic guidance. The committee also monitors progress and approves changes to the budget or timeline if necessary. So, breaking it down, part of the steering committee's job is to monitor the project leadership team. Another role is to support the project leadership team. So a steering committee isn't just a group of leaders watching your progress updates. They are there to assist you. They owe you their support when you need it, but it's up to you to ask for help. Now, for most of my projects, having a steering committee was standard practice. We always had a dedicated steering team that met every 4 to 6 weeks. I would provide updates and sometimes I'd bring up points that needed a decision. However, I had never really used the support function of the committee because even though we did face challenging times, we always managed to resolve issues on the project level and without the steering committee's help. But a few years ago, we started a new initiative. It was more of a program made up of several projects. Each project was identical, but for a different client. And we had developed a good routine. We had a clear approach. We had checklists to follow. We knew exactly where the pitfalls were and how to navigate them. And our past successes had given us confidence. And so, after having completed several similar projects, we decided not to hold steering committee meetings for our next project. Technically, we had a steering committee with designated members, but it existed only on PowerPoint. The project started off well, there was a positive vibe, everyone was excited to be part of this project. So we started off very well prepared, but 3 months in, the first problems started to show. The client project manager responsible for coordination on the client side struggled with his responsibilities. Any request which was slightly more complex than please list your team members' phone numbers in Excel was either not completed or done so poorly that it was obvious he couldn't handle his job. And we tried to coach this person in the hope that this would turn things around. But unfortunately, the situation remained unchanged and actually we ran into more problems. Suddenly, some of our best people from the client team were withdrawn from the project to be reassigned to other projects. And the people who were brought in as replacements were not the experts we needed. There were more issues which I won't get into detail about, but you get the point. In a matter of weeks, we faced one major setback after the other. And the unfortunate situation on the client side made it extremely difficult to make progress. So much that we actually started questioning whether we could maintain our schedule. We were in deep trouble. And normally, when you have an active steering committee with regular meetings, you are able to address any new issues at the next meeting. The problem was we did not have an active steering committee. So in a tedious, time-consuming process, we started to reach out to the key decision makers, both at our company and on the client side. Some of these leaders we had never met before, and they didn't know much about us, nor were they familiar with the current status of our project. So we had to bring them up to speed first, which took a lot of time. And days passed until we got the escalation process going that would take us out of this crisis. And that was the moment when I first truly understood the value of having a steering committee. A steering committee is your direct line to the leadership level. It's your lifeline to get out of messy situations that you don't know how to resolve. You know, having a steering committee is a bit like having insurance. As long as things are going fine, insurance is just an unwanted expense. But when bad luck strikes, insurance is your safety net and you don't want to be without it. That's why steering committees are so important. That's my story. I hope it makes clear why steering committees are a good thing and why you should have one. Even if it means extra work for you, because organizing the sessions is very time consuming, plus significant time commitment from the leadership side. But your management is aware of what's going on. And second, you have a direct helpline to the management level. Wow, you stayed until the end. That's amazing. Thanks for watching. I'm Adrian. I'm a senior project manager and I teach project management and leadership in a very hands-on way. And to learn more about my work, check out my website, tacticalprojectmanager.com. You'll find the link in the description. Thanks again. I'll see you around.